You may remember this past spring when parts of our region were rocked by flash flooding. Well, if you live near a stream or creek, there's a chance you may still be dealing with some of the long-term damages the powerful storm left behind. Before another flood strikes, what should homeowners do in advance to avoid extensive damage, especially if your property is near any type of waterway? WENY's Isabel Garcia has been following one of the local families' stories and their struggle to find that same answer.
It's been about 5 months since we've had the flooding here, and nothing's been done. I've sent letters, emails to several people.
This past June, flash flooding invaded Don Snyder's property on Crumtown Road in Spencer. The only access to his house is over a small bridge which sits over Sulphur Springs Creek. The aftermath of the heavy summer storms caused the creek to look like this, weakening the foundation of the bridge. Now, 5 months and thousands of dollars later, the creek looks like this, a project Don took on himself.
This creek is running the right way now. We finally have it fixed with our money, and we couldn't afford it, but we had to have it, had to have it done. And it's not fair that us as the homeowner has to have their creek fixed to run straight, where if you look the opposite way, you'll see it's a total disaster.
This is the other side of the creek, which runs under the bridge leading to the Snyder's home. All of the rock, rubble, and debris that you see in the middle of the stream is what happens if it's not maintained after years of erosion and flooding. And now the Snyders are concerned for what could happen if another flood were to strike.
In time, it will. Right now, what we have done here should last for a while, but right past our bridge, we're going to have a problem. And our neighbors and the people that live down the road from us are either going to be flooded out, lose their house, or somebody's going to get hurt or killed.
The Department of Environmental Conservation classifies certain waterways as protected, which could affect what type of construction is allowed in that stream. As far as who's responsible for handling any maintenance for streams and creeks, there's not technically a direct or single answer. According to the Federal Emergency Management Agency, or FEMA, each waterway is different, but it takes a whole community, homeowner included, to make a change.
Well, honestly, it depends. It depends who has jurisdiction over that particular waterway. It's, often the state has a big role, because the DEC has the ability to issue permits for stream cleanup. If there's debris, or if somebody wants to make an alteration to a stream, they have to go to the DEC. However, the county and the communities also play a part too. If there's an issue that they want to address in terms of removing debris from a stream, it's their responsibility to go to the state to get those permits to do the work that they feel is necessary.
If your home is near a stream or creek, you could also be required to have flood insurance. Another solution to protect your house and family is to be proactive. FEMA has an interactive web portal available where you can type in your home address and find out your risk. This will determine if you should be taking action to fully prepare for a potential flood, even if it's not frequent.
Pre-disaster mitigation is much better than post-disaster, because you don't have to deal with all of the pain and suffering.
As for Don Snyder, even though parts of the creek near his home are now fixed, more work still needs to be done downstream. He and his wife spent several thousands of dollars to realign the creek and repair the bridge, but the question remains, what happens next time?
The other goal is to get the actual creek fixed, so that way everybody in this community on this road doesn't have to worry about getting flooded out in the near future.
A question that for now has no direct answer. Reporting for WENY News, I'm Isabel Garcia.
A link to the FEMA flood risk portal will be posted on our website, WENY.com, along with other useful resources regarding creeks and streams. Just click on this story.